Hello there, and welcome to another edition of Creative Critique. This edition is, of course, another in the line of my 2017 awards season of film reviews, and the film in question I'm going to be looking at this time is the film Hell or High Water. This is obviously a film that is not out in cinemas at the moment. It is a film of effectively last year, including here in the UK and in the US, but it is obviously up for Best Picture at the Oscars and numerous other awards ceremonies going on at this moment in time. I have, though, however, got it on DVD this week and I have rewatched it, so I have a fresh and more current view of the film. So yes, Hell or High Water. This is a film directed by David Mackenzie, whose previous recent directorial work is the British film Start Up, which was about a young lad in prison, which was very, very brutal and realistic and gritty. This film is also written by Taylor Sheridan, whose previous most recent writer work or screenplay work was the film Sicario. So these are two individuals, many could say at the moment in time, at the top of their game. And given what this film provides us with, I'm absolutely on board with that opinion, and I'm more than happy to holler that to other people as well. So, what is the film about generally? The film focuses on a pair of brothers played by Chris Pine and Ben Foster, Chris Pine being the younger brother, who is effectively partaking in a series of small bank raids, bank robberies, in order to try and pay off a now dead mother's mortgage payments in order to not let their land and home be taken over by the bank. There we go. That is their sort of angle of the story. And the other angle of the story, of course, is Jeff Bridges, Texan sheriff, along with his deputy Gil. Is it Gil Birmingham? I apologise if I've got his second name wrong. And it's them trying to effectively catch them and take them down. Now, this is not a very, how can I put this, revolutionary story, is it, in terms of the idea. It's another let's catch the criminals film, but it is not that at all. And there's many reasons why. I lauded the film at the time when it came out in August. I saw it back in August. I thought it was truly superb. However, again, in certain lights of how America is going politically and so on and so forth like that, there's certainly things to be looked at upon of this film's place in terms of American society and things like that. And I did say this at the time regarding things about the financial crisis and maybe a little bit of political shifting and a forgotten class in America. And I apologise. Effectively about its social commentary about how the Midwest is dying a new death due to the financial crisis. And there's also the things to be said for the fact that, well, like I say, it's a left behind in middle America, effectively. But what speaks more than anything is the script. The script is a fabulous piece of work, like I say, from Taylor Sheridan, and the character interaction, particularly between those two groups, Ben Foster and Chris Pine, and Gil Birmingham and Jeff Bridges. Those sort of relationships, those small personal relationships, working relationships, family relationships that seem oh so real and oh so relevant. Oh so real. Couldn't really say it any better. So great script. I also absolutely love the score of the film and the soundtrack, the score and soundtrack, which were provided by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis. Great. I'm amazed, absolutely amazed, that this score has not been nominated for numerous awards. In the big award ceremonies, it's not up for Oscars. This was an absolute travesty, personally, because having literally watched this last night again, fabulous. Catches the tone of the film perfectly. Yeah, great script, great music, like I say. This is a film of 1 hour and 40 minutes. It is a lean, mean film. No minute is wasted at all in this film. Every single scene has some sort of importance to the story, or in terms of character development, or even of just capturing the moment. It's a fabulous performances as well for me, in terms of from the likes of particularly from Jeff Bridges and Ben Foster. Chris Pine is certainly very good as well, but for me, I brought it up at the time regarding Jeff Bridges, what a great turn he does as the sheriff, who is about to retire. That's not an uncommon thing in a film of this type, is it? A sheriff is about to retire, one last case, so on and so forth, rah, 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 rah. But for me, at the time, I did laud a little bit of Ben Foster's performance, and I'm quite disappointed in the fact that he didn't get much awards attention from, like I say, from the big ones again regarding Best Supporting Actor. But having looked at the Best Supporting category this year, it was a very tough category to get into. Jeff Bridges got in it out of this film, so it was very difficult probably to have two actors from the same film being up for the same category of awards. Like I say before, the screenplay is also nominated for Best Original Screenplay, which is, yeah, absolutely right, damn right. Also, I like to bring on to the thing about particular scenes. This is most certainly a modern day Western. There's no doubt about that. There's certain scenes that sort of echo that sort of thing. Regarding this particular scenes at a petrol station where you see effectively the West of the old and the West of the new, or even sort of America of the new maybe and America of the old. You can certainly interpret it in many ways. It is quite a, say, sedate film, but when the action and the story picks up, my word, does it pick up? It is literally like a thunderbolt, or like a hammer just smashing you over the head with how intense it suddenly becomes. There's also there's a scene on a porch as well that is extremely intense and puts you on the edge of your seat. But yeah, and oh my word, there's a huge, for me personally, which was surprising actually, I'll say at the time, there was a hugely emotional, brutal thunderbolt moment, and given that how I had warmed to particular characters' relationships in the film, it truly kicked off an adrenaline pumping final act, which is superb. It's superb. It has stuff to say. It's great action. There's, like I say, great music, great soundtrack, great performances. I think this is a truly fabulous film. So yeah, I don't think I could really say much more than what I have said here already. For me, it's getting a bit stiffed at these awards so far because the BAFTAs give it literally nothing. We'll see what the Oscars turns up, but it's probably the film that's not been given any kind of award, absolute accolade award, going at the moment. It's probably the one that's just slightly missing out, which is a shame, because maybe it's because it was a little bit more long ago, and it's not quite as fresh in people's minds as other films that are just coming out or were just before Christmas, maybe, regarding award voters, which is, well, like I say, a bit of a shame, because it's one of my personal favourites of the year by far. For me, it is up there with Manchester by the Sea and up there with Moonlight. Great scripts, all these films, and great personal drama. Wonderful film. Hello High Water is superb. It's got, like I say, it's an utterly fantastic soundtrack and score, brilliant performance from Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine and Ben Foster, a visceral, engaging script, and with also relevant themes of America, a left behind middle America. No minute is wasted. It's a lean, mean, brilliant feat of filmmaking, and that is all I can say regarding that film, because I just absolutely adore it. It is wonderful. Hell or High Water, the latest film in my award season 2017. The next film I'm probably going to be looking at, it's very likely to be Arrival, I do believe. So wait for the arrival of Arrival, and I do hope, like I say, I do hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. I do hope you subscribe to me, and I hope to see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.